Vandalism in the food forest. And how do you prevent it? That's a question mark, by the way. Today I'm going to give you a little update from our food forest, and it's not a good one. I'm going to talk about vandalism, and I wish I could tell you how to prevent it, but I don't know. I hope you guys have some suggestions. We are open to ideas. So this part of the food forest is up by the road, and this road has been fixed over the past week or so, so that's one of the reasons why I haven't been over this side, because it was harder to access. But I was so surprised to see what I saw today, and then again not. I picked some mulberries from some of our other mulberry trees, and I was so excited to come check out our Black Beauty mulberry tree, because for the first year ever this tree actually bloomed and set fruit. And then I walked in here and I'm like seeing what is happening here. Why are there newly cut banana leaves on the ground when it's been probably 2 weeks since I cut down some leaves over here from this big banana? And then I see this. Who would do this? This was a perfect good banana pup. If you wanted to steal bananas and you knew what you were doing, you would be digging up these banana pups, right? But whoever was in here certainly didn't know what they were doing, because I kept on walking, and then I see this. That's the banana they just cut down and left. Yeah, really strange, yeah? Sad, really. I mean, theft is one thing, we see that a lot. It's not the first time we've seen someone try to steal stuff. And out here by the road, of course, that is something to be expected, but still, people, come on. So I walk in here and I try to find my mulberry tree, which is not small. And I look and I look and I look, and there's nothing. Where is the Black Beauty mulberry tree? Someone has chopped it down. Look, you see how it's just been chopped down. At first I thought it was just a tree limb falling on it, but no, that's not what happened. Someone actually went in and chopped it with some machete or knife or something. And then I found over in the bushes, I found some pieces. They've just been in here with some sort of knife or machete and just started chopping at it. I don't even know what to say. I'm just saddened by the fact that there's some people who feel that this is okay. That it's okay to destroy other people's property, and that it's okay to destroy something that someone's loved and taken care of. I know that's what happens, but still, when it happens, it's always frustrating and surprising and saddening and maddening. Have you had anyone steal from your front yard or your food forest, any of your fruit growing plants? I'd love to hear your stories, because right now I'm upset. I'm gonna have to show our hubby these photos, and I know he's gonna be upset too. And then because it's been, I don't know, the cut looks fresh, but I know it's not within a few days. It's more like a week maybe, because you can see this banana has already shut up, right? But I'm gonna take this and try to propagate it, because it's been up to a week since this happened. I don't know if it's even gonna be possible, but I'm gonna try. We had a couple of rains, so it looks fresh. I'm gonna try to propagate it, but still it's really sad. I'm so upset. I'm gonna grab these, and this one too. See, it's just not, it's ridiculous. So have you had someone do something similar to your property? What's the solution? Do you have a solution? We've been talking about maybe getting some sort of solar powered wireless security camera up, but then we need more than one because we have an acre, and The road is right here. I don't know, maybe it was kids. Maybe, I mean, we have kids walking home from middle school here, but I don't know. It just makes me really sad. But clearly, whoever did it didn't know anything about gardening. They just wanted to be destructive and destroy something. It's just upsetting. So here you can see how this powdered food forest looks from the front. And yes, I know that it is inviting to have this beautiful banana tree right here. And when we do get a banana rack on there, I'm pretty sure we won't be able to keep it. But we have these no trespassing signs up everywhere. We've also had people throw, just like that, you can see there's a trash bag over there. We've had people throw trash into our property, tires. We've been talking about putting up a fence, some sort of cheap fence. Will that fix anything? This is the kind of thing that really just makes us want to move away from people, out of the city completely, because the city is moving in. They're building houses all around us, so there's going to be a lot more people soon. It's just sad. This is a very low mulch pile, and this is our wild patch, a native Florida patch. We got native blackberries, Florida betony. Oh man, so much poison ivy, I don't even know what to do with it. And we have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful elderberries here. Now even the mulch piles, I've talked about this before, when we do get a new load of wood chips, we have to come out and empty and get rid of the wood chips almost immediately, because if we leave it overnight, we've had some people literally come over and fill up trash bins. One time that we saw, they had brought a whole bunch of trash bins and just loaded up their van with wood chips. So now we don't leave them very long, just bring them in and use them. But again, it's sad. Private property, no trespassing. Got this one from the sheriff. Well, I don't know. What's your solution? What do you do? If you put up a fence here, we can't have people just come and drop off wood chips or compost. That's sad too, right? I would love to hear what you guys do. Do you have a specific product that you use? A specific video camera? We are looking for something wireless, solar powered, that we can buy on a teacher's budget. I am open to suggestions. If you have solutions, please share them with us. It is just so frustrating. Thankfully, we now have other areas where we can plant, because this area was the first area that we planted because we didn't have an area with sun other than this little area right here. But we've since been able to fill up where we got flooding in the back, so that we can now plant in the back, which is good. But it's just so frustrating. So give me your tips, please. This time I have no how-to videos on this. How do you prevent vandalism and theft from your food forest, from your front yards, from your gardens? Please help us out. Give us some tips. I hope this hasn't happened to you, to your food forest, and to your front yard. But if it has, and you found a solution, we would really love to hear what it is. Let me just show you one more time. Yes, someone chopped down a banana. Banana's fighting back. Yes, someone chopped down a black beauty mulberry. I'm sure it'll come back. But it's just so sad. I'm going to cut off this right here. Hopefully it'll grow back. I'm not really sure what to do with this. I'm going to just let it go and see what happens. leave this cut the way it is. This one is probably the most likely one to be propagated because it kind of hung on still. You can see, here's the cut. This one was one that I just stuck in the ground when one of the branches broke off a few years ago. But it's not thriving in here, and I think really that's one of the issues with it. They're just not thriving in here, the mulberries, because there is shade in here. So I have been propagating this black beauty mulberry this year. I actually took a bunch of cuttings, and I think maybe that's why it finally fruited, because I've been pruning it really heavily. But it was up to here. It was this high, with branches out to the side, of course. Hopefully that's the only setback we have in regards to vandalism and people this year. I guess that's all I can hope for. The only other thing that we have growing out here in the front of the fruit forest is a little pepper patch, chili peppers, and I try to pick the peppers when they get red because you can really see them from the street. And then I left these two palmettos in front, kind of to shield them off. And I'm actually going to go get some today. But that's the only other thing we really have out here by the road, except for our front yard garden, which has more traffic because we are there all the time and the cars are parked there. I thought poison ivy was my biggest enemy in the fruit forest, or maybe those black lopers. They just started coming, but apparently people got to be on that list too. Here is the chopped up mulberry tree. You can see it has one chop right here, another one right here, and then again here. Right here, you can see the chop. I'm gonna go and try to attempt to propagate this, but I don't know if I'll have any luck since it has been laying like this for up to a week. But if I don't try, I won't know. I am hoping there's a silver lining to the vandalism in our fruit forest. These cuttings might be too old, but I'm not gonna let a single branch go to waste. That is not how we do it around here. So fingers crossed that we at least will get some new mulberry trees out of the chopped up mulberry tree. If you want to see how we did this, we have a video up about how we propagate mulberries. We have had great success both with ever-bearing mulberries and lots of other mulberries. In fact, the mulberry tree was the first thing we ever propagated. Get it into the family farm, and we now have lots of them. Let me show you. This is our mulberry patch. You can see we've got lots of little mulberries coming. Now, the black beauty mulberry was one that we had purchased years ago. It is much larger than these tiny ones. These tiny mulberries are some that we propagated from a local mulberry bush that was about to be cut down due to development, and every year the county would come in and chop it because it was out to the road. We would chop it up. It was at an abandoned property, and we would just go and take some cuttings, and that's why we now have these. Hopefully this chopped up mulberry will give us more trees. I don't know where this cup came from, but it is the cup that I used to keep the mulberry cuttings wet in. And then I read the message, and it's exactly the message I needed for today. So now I'm going to give it to you. May you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make. Thank you for watching, everyone. And thank you for making the world a little greener.